Hello, this is Doug Brunke with the Global Chamber. Thanks for coming in today and hearing a few words about global jobs. We have global jobs as a real key component of what we do with the Global Chamber, probably because of some of our own personal experience where we've run into people who have come to us and said, you know, I'm really struggling with either a national job or a local job after having a career on the global side of things, and I'd really like to get onto the global, get a global job. Can you help me? So we've been hearing that a lot over the years, and that's one of the reasons why we started the Global Chamber Career Center. There are typically 800 to 1,100 jobs in there on a day-to-day basis. It rotates every day, and that's going to be growing over the next year. So check that out. It's the globalchamber.org website, and if you go to resources and the Career Center, you'll be able to check global jobs, some of which are actually internationals, many of which are in the United States that have a global profile. Another area that inspired us to go down this direction was talking to students, undergraduate and graduate students who want to, when they graduate, come out with a global job. So as you probably know, we have been working with Thunderbird, School of Global Management, and if you've ever been to Thunderbird or if you've ever been to anything like it, actually there's probably nothing like it on that campus. Everybody is a globie. Everybody is a global person. They are totally thinking about the world in a really wonderful and great way. And you know that these folks coming out of Thunderbird will never want to settle for a local or a regional or even a national job, because they have it in their blood. They're going to be a globie. So working with Thunderbird in particular is a great example of why we feel that, you know, the resources and the support that we have to build global careers is so critically important. And so we're on that track to be able to do that, because we don't want people settling for global jobs, settling for anything other than a global job if they really need to have one. We also, besides the Career Center, we're partnering with recruiters that are involved with international. And so you may have seen in social media the last couple days the new membership of Vendome Partners and Fabienne Berthaud. Fabienne will be chairing our careers committee. And so we encourage business leaders that as you join the Global Chamber to look at our committees, and if global jobs, global careers is of interest to you, please join Fabienne, join one of the other committees, because we think that's a great way of connecting up to people who have specific knowledge and experience in those areas. We have committees on Mexico and on Asia and on Canada, so regionally. We have committees on specific functional skills like recruiting and like career development. So I strongly encourage you to look at the committee page at globalchamber.org. It's under About, and if you go to committees, and so when you sign up, look at that list and see if one of those is a good fit for you. Committees, our guidelines around the committees is they'll be led by a person, and in case of careers, it's led by Fabienne. And then going forward, we just ask that each of the committees meets at least once a quarter. Is that, you know, that means that some may end up meeting more often depending on what's going on and what the initiatives are. But we encourage you, when you join, to join a committee, get connected to folks that are interested in that topic from around the world, and hopefully that will help you not only contribute, not only to learn, but also to make some strong connections, which we're all about. Fabienne, by the way, his company is in the Western US, it's in Paris, and it's in New York, and they work on specific job placements for internationally minded executives. So that's a great fit. for us, and it's a great fit for those of you who are interested in international job creation. So if you're an individual who is working at, let's say, a multinational company, you have exposure to international assignments. So multinationals, and having been myself at an international multinational company, some of them, like Intel, as an example, that's based here in the Western U.S., 70% of their sales are outside the U.S. So they're very international. They have jobs all over the world. They require that even those that are based in the U.S. have some sort of global mindset, because with 70% of the sales outside, it's critically important that the right strategies, the right tactics be used within that company. So if you're in an Intel or a company like that, join the chamber, because there's three things that you can gain from that membership. One of them is, on an individual basis, to be able to be tied into specific knowledge about the areas that you're in, but also to stay up to date with what's going on relative to the global world of business. It's changing. It's changing every month. How do you keep up with it? You undoubtedly go online, you go to different places. Well, our community does that on a daily basis also. And so that's really important to our members, is to stay in touch with what's new, what makes us more efficient, what makes us more productive. And so from a personal perspective, it's really important that you consider membership to improve your career as you go along. What you know today is good, but it's not what you're going to need to be successful a year from now, or 2 years from now, or 3 years from now. So part of our task is to get you connected with the right resources and the right people to be able to stay up to date with what's new on the international side. The second area where we can help, if you're a multinational, is with resources and guidance in specific areas. Now, albeit in a multinational, you have typically a lot more resources than a small and medium-sized company, and you can do a lot of the international activity on your own. As an example, you wanted to set up an expat assignment, or and all the things related to that, taxes and the move and things like that. Multinationals are set up typically to be able to do that with staff and a whole resource pool to be able to support that. Myself, I've been on 2 expat assignments, and on both of those, there was an entire team of people who were somewhat dedicated to make sure that myself and other expats were supported in their international venture. Small and medium-sized companies do not have that typically, unless very, very rare cases. Those are the kinds of things that the Global Chamber has in-house. We have resources that you can tap into. These are resources that are the latest technologies, the latest ideas. And so if you're a small and medium-sized company, or you're a person within one of those, companies are not people. People are not companies. And so if you are a person who is in a company, a small and medium size, getting access to these resources are just so critical to your company's success. And one connection has the potential to change your company's direction in a positive way. And so we encourage that going forward. So in conclusion, I just wanted to say a couple things around global careers. We feel that is critically important, that anyone who is a Globie and wants to have a global career, let's get you involved with a global career. So join the chamber, get involved with committees that allow you to not only stay up to date with technologies, but also, most importantly, get you connected with employers, with resource pool that will help you be more successful internationally. Global jobs are critically important for your company, for yourself, and for the world. all of us that have been involved with international business recognize that each country in each marketplace is at a little bit of a different level in terms of how they do work, how they process work. And one example of where the globalization of business is so positive is in the area of women's rights. Women in some countries have had a better and a bigger role to play on the business side, and in other countries, less so. And so as companies cross borders, as multinationals come across borders, even as small and medium-sized businesses cross borders, we find that labor conditions, the ability for women to get equal pay for equal work, these are critically important for the world. These things are things that are taking decades of time to be able to change, but we have to start somewhere. And one of the things that drives us here at the Global Chamber is, number one, to make sure that you're successful in your own personal career. And number two, make sure that your company is more successful going forward so that you get a very positive ROI. But at the end of the day, we're also thinking about how do we elevate the world. It's a little bit of a kumbaya thing. It's a secondary focus that you'll see on our website, but we know that we are helping the world. We know that if you're watching this, you want to help the world. So join us, help yourself, help your company, help the world be a better place. If you have any questions, please email me, doug@globalchamber.org. Visit our website, and as you see things there that you have questions on, or you have comments, or you have input, please let us know. Again, send me an email or send anyone on the team an email, and we look forward to hearing from you. Thank you so much. Have a great day.